Hey everyone, quick video for compound interest. So the formula for compound interest is a lot like the formula for exponential growth, right? So the formula for this is going to be y equals a times the quantity of 1 plus r divided by n to the n times t power. Okay, so everything that you've seen before is still the same idea. A stands for the initial amount or the initial value. R stands for the rate as a decimal, not a percentage. T stands for time in years. It's like 90% of the time it's years. I will let you know if it's going to be something else specific. The new variable here though is n, and n stands for how many times interest is compounded in 1 year. So not the amount of years that's in the time. So for example, let's say I give you a problem that says $10,000, 3% interest for 5 years. That's not 5 for n, right? The specific part of compound interest is it must say the word compound or compounded in the problem. So the way that you can tell between this and exponential growth is if it says compounded, it's compound interest formula. If it doesn't say the word compounded, it's just a regular exponential growth formula. Now, there's a couple of terms that you'll need to know for compounded. When I say compounded in a problem, the word directly after that will represent what n is. Now, that word can be several things. Annually. And you have to ask yourself, well, how many times does annually happen in 1 year? And that's 1. So annually would be 1 for n. Monthly, that's 12, because it happens 12 times in 1 year. Quarterly, and that's 4, right? Because there's 4 quarters in a dollar, 4 quarters in a year. The other one that we talk about sometimes is semi-annually. You will see that often. You will probably see that on the test. That means 2. It just means like biannually, like twice in a year, every 6 months, okay? So these are the terms that you'll need to know to plug in for n. So let's do like 1 or 2 problems. It's gonna be hard to write this down because I don't wanna waste your time. But let's say the initial value that you put into an account is $1,000. Let's say that the rate as a percentage is 3.25%. Let's say the time is 5 years. And it's compounded monthly. So I know that the n value is going to be 12. So I'm just going to plug that in the calculator. Now this part can get a little tricky, so I'm going to write it out as you would put it into the calculator. So it's going to be $1,000, parentheses 1 plus, okay? The rate is 0.0325. Now, you're going to hit the divided by sign in the calculator right after that decimal, and you're going to put the compound rate in 12. Now this part's also a little tricky. You're going to use the caret button, right, that little top arrow to put in the years. Don't put 5 times 12 in there, because the calculator is going to do something weird where if you put the 5 first, it's going to raise all that to the 5th power and then multiply the result by 12. That's not what you want. You want the exponent to be 5 times 12. Just do that calculation off to the side in your head. You're going to raise that to the 60th power. And if I put that in the calculator, hopefully I'll be able to show you what this looks like. Titan, stop doing that. You can't eat boxes. They're not good for you. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. Divide by 12. I'm going to raise that to the 60th power. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Let's see if you can see that. Keep it close. Okay. So I've got the left part of that is the $1,000. And then in the parentheses is 1 plus 0.0325 divided by 12 to the 60th power. Now remember we're talking about money, right? So you're gonna round the decimal up to the hundredths place. So this is 1176 and 19 cents, okay? So your final answer will be 1,176 and what did I say? 19 cents. Now that's gonna be my answer. Okay, so Titan's carrying cardboard right now? Yeah, can we stop doing that? No. Disgusting. Gross, buddy. Okay. So that's compound interest, all right? Hopefully that's pretty clear. I don't want to do another one because now the dog's eating all the cardboard. See you later. It's snowing out, by the way. Blech.